Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of my Dungeon Boss PvP series. As you can see from the upper left, I have hit level 50, which means it's time for another PvP check-in with our attacks and defense. So we're going to be doing attacks today. First off, I wanted to just point out a couple of things. We are now at the point where this used to be the in-game level cap when it first started. So we're at that point where we're basically the start of the end game at this point. And with PvP, I'll tell you flat out, through the late 40s, PvP has been pretty tough sledding. I have fallen into a pretty specific meta as far as my attacks. For the most part, that has always been Torchy to silence, and then Grognog, Koros, and Ponti as my main attackers. I have noticed that more and more people are getting pretty stacked with runes. I just can't keep up with it. So if we look at my hero roster just to start with, essentially nothing special. Currently, Nimril is my only 4-star hero. I have not been farming tokens. You can see from my stamina that I've just not been playing enough. So I do enough on this account to meet my guild quests. Actually, I stand corrected. Koros is 4 stars as well. But I do enough to maintain my guild quests and keep on progressing. But in terms of slow leveling, the only thing I'm slow leveling is my hero progression, because my actual player level is just flying right by, and it's really hurting me. But it's an alternate account. I don't care about it too much. The one notable addition that I have to my team is Zen. I just got Zen. I don't remember how I got him actually, but I did get him. I didn't have to do a heroic summon, but I got him some other place. But I finally committed to leveling him up because I thought he was useful in PvP, and I felt like he might come in handy in the upcoming challenge mode chapters. I did also ascend him once as well, so he does have his second ascension. He's almost fully ascended, but not quite there yet. So what I'm actually going to be doing is, because my defense has not been winning. If we go to my PvP defense, we look at my results, and actually it just showed a little win there. But the issue that I have with this, the only ones that I'm winning, and I've said this many times before, the only reason I win these fights is because people come in and they choose to not silence Grognog. And when they do that, they basically lose. So we could see no silencer. He was going to lose that one flat out, guaranteed. On this one here, brought a silencer. I think that's Indigo. Nope, that's Willow. So no silencer, wasn't going to beat me. Can almost guarantee every time if you don't silence Grognog, you're dead. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, Kira, for me, I guess it wouldn't hurt if I actually leveled him up. He's not killing anybody. He's not like level 70 max epic and ruined out Kira. He's just not cutting it for me. So what I was thinking about doing for my defense is actually swapping out Kira and throwing Zen in there instead. I'm still going to keep the other meta in here because these guys do really well. They kind of complement each other. It's like, one, we got a little bit of a rainbow team, and two, if they don't silence Grognog, we pretty much win. It's like an auto win. But throwing Zen in there is going to be kind of handy, I think, because he's going to throw a shield on somebody early, and it's going to protect someone. So unless they bring in their own powerful Koros, which will get stomped on by Grognog, or if they bring in their own Zen to protect somebody, I think that's going to ultimately work well, and it's going to keep people guessing because they're not going to know who he's actually going to shield. So as far as what's actually on him, rune-wise, Zen's not very tough. And let's find him quick. No runes. And the other thing that I need to point out, stats. Notice his traits. Do you see one that's missing? The beloved trait. Unfortunately, we don't get this until our second one. So this is ultimately why I'd want him fully ascended, because of the beloved trait. I'm kind of bummed that I don't get it here to start with, but it is what it is. We're going to test out that defense and see how things actually go. In the meantime, though, we're going to do a couple of PvP attacks just so you can see what I'm up against as far as the opposite of a slow leveler in terms of my horrible account progression. This is going to be a deck stacked against me for a very long time with this account, especially at VIP 0. but that's okay. It's an account that a lot of people can relate to. So my struggles will hopefully, help you triumph a little bit. So most of the hero power on these that I've been going against have been right around 10,000 or higher. Looks like I have a few lower ones to start with, so I think I should be able to start out with my normal meta team here. And this one here, he doesn't even have strong runes on him. In fact, I could skip the meta team and go straight into just a absolute slobber knocking team instead, and leave Torchy at home. So we're going to go straight into Grognog, and then we're going to go Koros. And then for the fourth, if you would actually pick my guys here, I'm getting a horrible lag here. I feel like it's going to ruin the quality of the video too, because sometimes the video is ahead of the audio, which it shouldn't be because I'm using a better recording component now. The last thing here is to understand if I want to heal or if I want to keep piling on the damage. In my case, I want to keep piling on the damage because I think I can wipe them all out. The main thing is I need to make sure I kill Emily, because she'll revive somebody and it'll just prolong the fight, and ultimately I'll lose. But notice, even when I pick my best teams, I'm only topping out around 7,000 power. So when I'm going against 8, 9, 10,000 defenses, like I said, things have been difficult for me, even with the decent runes that I have. Now I do have some decent champion runes. I just haven't equipped them yet. I honestly don't know what I'm waiting for. Most of it is... it seems a little bit odd, but I just don't have time to do it, which doesn't really make sense, because obviously I'm here right now. I obviously have time to equip those runes. So just chalk it up to an excuse. I guess I'm lazy, but when you try to manage 2 accounts and record how many videos a week, you kind of get burned out a little bit. And sometimes just sitting down for a half hour and trying to do runes is not very fun. So I figured I was going to be able to soak his attack, even, I mean, he didn't have much runes on him, and we're similarly leveled, so I figured it wasn't going to be an issue. Should be able to roll right through this guy. And pretty much exactly what I expected. So if you have Grognog, I suggest you use him at this level. Once you get to 70 and you're going against a bunch of epics, sure, it's not as potent, but... at any mid or low levels, Grognog is pretty amazing, especially if you ascend him. If I go against a team that has Grognog and he's ascended, it's almost an auto loss. I mean, even if I silence him with Torchy, it's just too difficult. I can't hack it. So one thing I did notice with a alternate account is when you go or try to go slow as far as heroes and only purchase times 10 summons, I have noticed that the lack of regular hero progression that I've been doing has really hurt me in the way of Celestial Evos. I've had a really difficult time ascending any of these really good people that I got, whereas those people that spent 300 for a single summon here or there, I feel like they probably got more tokens in the long run, because I'm only getting these legendary heroes and these really awesome ones that are tough to ascend at this level. You'd think at level 50 I'd be able to ascend some people, but I just do not have the evos to do it. Now I obviously could spend some of my stamina, but I said I don't have time to sit and play on this account. Alright, so in this case here, because we're dealing with an opening attacker that's going to probably wipe me, maybe not. He doesn't have runes on Koros. I might be able to soak that. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a whirl. He would probably kill Torchy, so that's why I'm going to stay off of that one. I don't think Koros will kill anybody. Even with his advanced level, I think I can actually survive this one. So we're going to give it a go. If not, you can watch and join me in my failure. Still waiting to get Valken ascended more too, because he is, like I said, my favorite hero. I think I mentioned that a couple months ago. I say it in Gen Chat all the time, but so many people are hating on Valken. I really, really dislike those people. And just looking at his team, he's got a better Koros than me. You know, in hindsight, I forgot, if we're being honest here, I forgot that Kira was going to go and hit everybody first. So I'm actually very, very lucky that that didn't kill me, because Kira plus Koros, that's, you know, a bunch of damage. So I wasn't paying attention there, but I kind of got lucky, and 2GG is probably going to go down now. Except for Kira is playing Dodgy McDodgerton face again. That's alright though. Valken will hit him. Still haven't killed him though. But I think I got him. Think I got him good. There we go. Par for the course. So 2 for 2. So now, in terms of my PvP attacks, if you're curious about how well or poorly I do, I don't lose. I lose a lot of PvP defense, but PvP attacks, I'm usually pretty selective about the attacks. I almost always pick the easy route because I can't go against some of the stronger ones. But I do win enough PvP even on this account, even with the poor hero ascensions and stuff. I mean, I still get plenty of wins in there. All it comes down to is, does my first attack survive? So like this here, I can't really go against this one because I don't have any really high single target attackers. There's really nothing I can do against this. And honestly, I think this guy would probably kill Torchy anyways. I almost never ever fight the snakes. They're pretty hard for me to take on. And just looking at the runes here, it's almost a death sentence. So looking at this one here, the hero power is pretty significant. The thing to note though is I can't silence Igorok because of the Krex mechanic. Though I can't tell if he's fully ascended or not, but just looking at his runes, I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill him anyways. He's got bulwarks and he's got champion runes. It's likely I'm not going to be able to beat him even if I tried. But I would have to go Shadowblade first, then Torchy to silence, and then I would have to hope that probably Ponti could come in and kill these guys. I don't know that a Ponti plus anybody else could do it. Maybe with, you know what? Who cares? I'm obviously not getting to legend or anything close to that on this account, so why don't we do this though? Let's take a quick sidebar, and this will be the last attack of this particular video here. I'm not gonna milk it on too much. We're kind of seeing the same thing with the various levels here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just level up Shadowblade a little bit. He's not gonna kill Krex. I know that's not gonna happen. But this is the other really nasty thing about my account, is when you're trying to upgrade people, it is not good. The way they have leveling currently, and I know devs have indicated that they want to change that, but I am really, really, really hurting for experience. In fact, I don't even know if I can get one level out of this. We got one. Alright, so let's take that one level. See what kind of runes I have laying around. Give him a little bit of equipment at least so he stands a chance. Maybe I get some attack runes. I've had this greater bulwark for a long time, but I've never actually been able to upgrade it past this point because I didn't have any evil essences. So let's go ahead and put that one on there. Nothing like a good power rune. And another power rune. Both of those should be good for him. Obviously, I'm not super strong here. Here's one of my champion runes. Attack, attack, health. I'm actually not going to put that on Shadowblade. I'm going to save that for one of the other guys and put it on there. But I'll put this one on there. Give him something. Just salvage that trash. Alright, let's see what we got for green runes here. Wow, we are not doing well in the nature runes. I guess I'll take a little bit of attack. You can see I haven't cleaned house in a while either if I have resist runes yet. Alright, so we're just going to run through and upgrade. I do have a little bit of gold saved up, which I've been hoarding for a while because, one, I haven't had the means to level up any heroes as far as experience goes. It just hasn't really gone my way. The old video lag is causing problems here as well. A little bit slow. Maybe it's just the emulator as well. We'll get there though. So this should at least give him somewhat of a boost. Obviously, having 6 stars and fully ascended and epic would make a huge difference, but that is not likely to happen anytime soon. In fact, I would say I probably won't even have him 6-starred within the next year. And that's just because I don't commit a ton of time to this account. Now, once this account hits 70, I don't know, maybe I'll focus more on it, but like I said, it's tough to manage 2 accounts. And plus I do work, I do have a job. So I don't just record videos. Alrighty, almost there. Sorry if this part bores you, but it is a necessary evil. Alright, so we are going to bring in Shadowblade, and then Torchy is what he is. I'm going to leave him the way he is. And then, yeah, let's go attack. So this really comes down to is how super strong are his runes on this guy. Level wise, we're about the same. We got armored. I'm hoping that Ponty lights those guys up, and even armor on Igorok as well. That's going to be my one hope here. So the main thing that we have to contend with. Remember, we're going to use Shadowblade to detaunt, assuming he does taunt. I can't tell if he's fully ascended and going to taunt. And then Torchy to silence Igorok. And then at this point, we have to remember what's going to happen next. If I use Ponty and I don't kill somebody or anybody, Krex is going to get a turn. He'll probably tail swipe and just kill somebody. And that's the end of the fight. So have to kill somebody, which leads me to believe that it's probably going to be a better idea to go with Koros first, because if anybody's going to kill Krex, it's probably going to be Koros, and then, you know, we're sitting good. So the downside is, though, if I kill Krex, this is where things go bad. Viperia is going to get a shield. So I don't think Koros kills Viperia. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. So the balance between these two, that's where I'm stuck. But honestly, I want to try and get Ponty's attack off first, just so he doesn't get ganked. Alright, massively overpowered. So, like I said, I don't expect to win this at all. If I win, you can chalk it up to superior tactics, I guess, and not, you know, spending power or better teams, better runes, or anything like that. It's just me being super smart. But that's grasping at straws. There's no way this team is going to win. Not with a non-ascended Ponty. Even with the runes that I have on him and Koros, he's got too many champion runes and bulwark runes. And look at his ascensions. I mean, that's how you win at PvP at this level. Anybody who's ascended has a drastic advantage over you, guaranteed. So Shadowblade, yikes! That's pretty much what I expected. So just so we don't get totally killed, do that. Hopefully he doesn't just sucker punch somebody to death. Alright, so now let's see where we're at here. I'm going to try and kill Viperia. She ain't going to die. They're going to go kill Ponty, probably. Alright, so I'm alright with that. This is going to be, this would take an act of God, because Igorok is going to do his polar pounding. I can't kill him now with Torchy and Shadowblade. If they even get a turn. Oh boy. Yep, there it is. Dead. So that's kind of what I expected. I mean, this guy was way more powerful than I was. So it's an honor just to lose to a team like that, I guess. So, but like I said, there's going to be a lot of tough sledding ahead for me. There's not much I can do with my account other than to just keep on playing. My goal, honestly, at this point is just to get to 70 so I can start, farming endgame content. The way it's going, I don't know how easily I'm going to be able to get epic weapons, but it's certainly better than nothing. But I need to get to the point where I can at least start getting greater runes. Things will be a little bit easier at that point. But on this account, PvP is going to be next to impossible for the most part. So before we check out for tonight, we are going to take a quick peek at our dungeon, see if anybody attacked us. I don't think we would have had any attacks unless it was a revenge. But I am curious to see what Zen decides to do. Indications say no to start with, so. And we got no attacks, which is fine. So we will let our PvP defense sit for a few days, and we'll check back in on this one when it comes up, and I'll let you know how this one actually works. Until next time, we will see you again. Thanks. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.